Yo, God's been working on me with having to go into dark spaces in order to receive healing, in order to receive deliverance, in order to go and get to the root of things. I was talking to a young lady the other day about my experience where I was just like, I literally went into the gates of hell to retrieve. It's almost like these different infinity stones, and that just comes to mind, but there's these different infinity stones hidden throughout life. And some of those infinity stones are hidden in places that the devil knows you won't go to get them. But God's like, if you go to go get that stone, do you understand what you're going to come out as? The individual I was talking to, she just kept saying, so the fact that she kept repeating it, I believe God was utilizing her to deliver a message. Before you go into these spaces, make sure you are ready. You don't get to go into those places, whatever your holy book is. This is the one that I'm utilizing right now. Y'all are like, you lost the message. Whatever your access point to God is, access God and make sure your foundation is so solid that you could go into the pits of hell. The entertainment industry is the pits of hell. Utilizing your talent, what you don't think these people see what your gift of the Spirit is? You saw it. You trying to get as many people to notice so you can actually use your gift of the Spirit to become who it is that you are to become, to acquire the desires of your heart. They promise you a 40 acres and a mule. Instead of focusing your attention on, you can actually achieve the desires of your heart. You too busy chasing the goddamn mule in 40 acres. What is 40 acres in 2024? What is a mule in 2024? Everything else gets inflation. What does that 40 acres look like today? And that still dwarfs receiving the desires of your heart in this lifetime. But you guys will never know that because you will not actually get into your chosen holy book. And those of you who do get into your chosen holy book, but you are allowing the physical to lead that knowledge which you retained. We met this man on a street corner the other day that he foundationally knew some things. But then he started spewing that hate. I was like, I don't know who your God is, but if your God is manifesting in hate, you are following the wrong God. Because I can read the same stories that you read and come to an outcome that does not qualify or quantify as hate. So if whatever God relationship you are developing over there and you feel justified in speaking out against a particular demographic, there is an aspect of your God relationship that is manifesting as hate, and you have to determine, is that your God? But what I was saying to this woman was, there's a portion of us, because she was saying she's only going to go so deep with her exploration. Like, she's willing to release herself from the dogmatic programming of religion, but she only willing to go so far before, to her, it turns to the other side. And what I said was, there has to be someone within our ranks at every level. Somebody's got to be willing to go wherever is necessary to achieve the Infinity Stone. Do you want the Avengers to be crippled simply because everybody's afraid to go to the other side? But do you understand the other side is walking both sides? Half of the other side has been on this side, so they know this. Well, way more. They may not know it to the depths that we have potential to know it, but do you know that they know enough of the nothing we know about their side? But some of us have to be okay with going over there and picking up some things. So when I told my story about me going into the pits of hell to receive my Infinity Stone, and then today I tell a story of my husband, his first wife drug him into the pits of hell. And I know that because on more than one occasion and more than one of his family members and friends have told me that he was dead before I showed up. Thank you for saving his life. I've heard these things, and these same people now tell me he married the wrong woman. They don't see him, and they definitely don't have his best interest at heart. Receive that how you want to receive it, because how can I be the person to save his life and be the wrong person at the same time? Do you think simply because he's a bit uncomfortable and he's complaining out loud to you guys? I don't even see the depths of this man. I am his soulmate, and he hides the depths of himself from me. Do you think he's going to go on Facebook and post his depths? He's venting. He's throwing a tantrum. And because you only live in tantrum, you only speak tantrum, if he is upset, who's making him upset? Not what is making him upset. Because if one of you guys actually asked him what was making him upset, and he told you, every time I say something to my kid, she corrects me. Every time I say something to her, she corrects me. Oh, someone is telling you a different way to say things, like a parent, right? When your kid is misspeaking, you correct them. Why? Because you love them. But we think our spouse can't correct us because we a grown-ass man and we a grown-ass woman. And so that was the most ignorant text I've ever received. Did you get it? Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm a grown-ass man, I'm a grown-ass woman. So you can't correct me. But you allowed yourself to be, and you still do allow yourself to be corrected. Because you know that this person has your best interest at heart, but somehow you married somebody that you're willing to fight tooth and nail correction. That's how that love manifests. Please bring someone into my life that checks me every boop, boop, boop. I want to be on one of them little foosball tables. Boop, boop. What do you call that thing? The little ping thingy? I think it's I don't know what it is. Air hockey. Yeah, that's a good one too. Just bounce me between the bouncers.
Oh, you mean,
that.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Foosball?
No.
Anyway, bounce my ass between some bumpers. Correct me every step of the way. Keep me in line. You love me. Why would you watch me fall out of alignment? Especially if you understand my assignment.
Yes, pinball.
Pinball. But it's crazy, you know. I got on here, realized that I had been drawn into the pits of hell. So those of you who are doing the work, understand this is the dark night, or whatever it's called, the darkness before the dawn. You must get drugged into your version of the pits of hell in order to learn the trial by fire. It's necessary. So if you are following God and you are moving in divine divinity and shit gets crazy, it's supposed to. You're being drugged into the pits of hell. Your version, however deep willing you are to go, and you are to learn as many lessons as possible so that you can receive that which you are in the pits of hell to receive. Otherwise, you're going to get drugged back down there again. I've been drugged many times, but I recognize it this time. And God told me Dre's first wife drugged him into the pits of hell, and I had to be equipped to be able to reach him in the pits of hell. So I had to go into the pits of hell, but have enough knowing, awareness that I can start shedding, that which allowed me to reach him vibrationally in the pits of hell. And now as I raise my vibration, I have to pull him up out of the pits of hell. But he doesn't even recognize that, right? If divinity and if this is promised to us, why are we accepting anything less? It's time we all realize that we are all in our own version of the pits of hell. If we're not living whatever our divinity says we're supposed to be living. You have decided what is your heaven here on earth. You think you got to die to reach it. I don't think that.